Do you have an issue with wasps swarming around? Not next to your nest, but seeing them fly into a crack? Today, we're going to tell you how to take care of that and do not seal that hole. Well, let's talk about wasp nests. Not the physical kind, the paper nests that you commonly see, but the nests where you may have a crack in your soffit, breather hole, or any other spot around your home, and you're seeing these little guys flying in and out all the time. They love this. Wasps go into the crack and they will build a nest very similar to what you'd see on the exterior, but either in between the wall, up in an attic void, or in a soffit void. It keeps them completely protected from weather like rain and wind, and it keeps them completely safe from any sort of predator that may be around. The added bonus that they get is because they're inside, it's a lot warmer for them. So when the season starts to cool down, they get all the heat from the brick, and it keeps them active for longer so they can build faster, bigger, and last longer. Let's talk about how to find an interior wasp nest in a crack. The most common wasp that goes in there are yellow jackets. They're these small, mostly yellow with black stripe looking flying insects. The most common spots you'll see is around soffits where it meets with the brick and there's a gap where the mortar is. Where any utilities are going into the home if the ceiling has rotted away, or any breather holes that are bigger than 1/4 inch. What you'll notice is if you sit and watch, you'll see multiple wasps flying in and out consistently. It will be the most active during the warm parts and full sun parts of the day. And one thing not to do is do not seal those holes. Don't seal it with steel wool, don't seal it with silicone or spray foam. This will just make things worse, and we see it all the time. Let's talk about the proper treatment methods to eliminate interior wasp nests. The reason that you do not want to block the hole is that this is their entry in and out of their nest. And when you block that and they can no longer get out, they'll go anywhere that they can to exit, and very often it ends up being inside of your home. Once you've also blocked that off, it makes it very difficult to clean out to apply a product in to eliminate the nest. So once you haven't blocked it, what's the next step? You want to use a product that has a long-lasting residual to treat into the entry point and eliminate the nest. We recommend using any sort of powdered insecticide. You go in there and you pump a bunch of powder into the void as much as you can. Not only does the powder travel in far, the wasps over time will pick it up, track it into the hive, and it will dehydrate it out and eliminate the queen and the rest of the colony. Usually, depending on the size of the nest, anywhere from 24 hours to about 10 days. You'll know that the activity has stopped because there'll be absolutely no wasps going in and out of that hole anymore. If you do try to use a spray, you may need to repeat it many times, and sometimes it just isn't enough. If the wasps are going in and their nest is a distance away, that product will not go far enough to actually eliminate them. And that's why the powder, when they pick it up, they will actually transport it. It's worth a try, but if it doesn't work, you will definitely need to use that powdered insecticide. Now that we've learned how to treat and eliminate the nest, let's talk about long-term prevention. Once the nest has been treated and you've had at least 3 to 5 days of zero activity going in and out of that crack or crevice that they're using as an entry point, you need to seal it up. Very easy to use steel wool, or in a certain area, you may want to use something like caulking for a more permanent seal. Wasps and hornets love getting into these cracks and crevices, so if you want to do any long-term prevention, you want to seal any gap that goes into a soffit in behind a brick or siding that is larger than about 1/4 inch. Again, steel wool, silicone, and spray foam are all great things to seal those off with. And if you want to focus in on an area, the area that gets the most sunlight throughout the day, provides the most warmth, that is the most common spot that they'll use. In Ontario, generally, it's the southwest corner of the homes. And to recap what we talked about today, we went over why wasps love to go into cracks and crevices to build their nest, how to find the nest and what not to do, how to adequately treat them and what to use, and how to prevent them in the future. And just as a reminder, never seal the hole until the nest is treated.